this is Tank Trucker, and we're going to go ahead and do the review of the T-55A Tier 9 Premium Reward Tank that you can win for completing the series of missions. And let me tell you, the ones I had the hardest time with was Medium Tank Mission number 15, the final mission to actually get the T-55A in your hot little hands. It was a bitch. Um, like I said earlier, first part of it is you got to kill two tank destroyers that are at least one tier higher than you. You have to win the battle. You have to survive the battle. I don't think you had to do a certain amount of damage, but so the problem you run into several of them. One, you got to have tank destroyers on the enemy team that are at least one tier higher than you. So obviously you're not going to do it in a tier 10. Um, the second problem you have is, you start the match, and if the tank destroyers are where are they on the, let's say there's only two of them, and they're both one tier higher than you, and where are they at? You gotta, hopefully they don't get destroyed before you get a chance to take them out yourself. You know, third problem you can run into is, um, well, obviously no tank destroyers on the enemy team, and they're all on yours. Fourth problem, got to win the match. Your team really has to, pull it out and win the match with you. And the final problem that you can run into is you have to live. So not only do you might, be able to just win the match, but you got to be alive at the end of the match. So, yeah, for me that was the hardest mission out of all of them to get the T-55A. The problem I kept running into was I just never had any enemy tank destroyers on the enemy team. They were always on my team, or they were the same tier and lower, or there'd be one or two of them, one of them, which isn't enough, or there was two of them, and they would always get destroyed before I had a chance to get to them to kill them. So yeah, I ended up doing it today in the Leopard, or excuse me, the Leo Tier 7 medium tank. So I was pretty happy with that, considering I absolutely hated that Leo. It became my best friend today. But let's go ahead and review this rascal. I did a match in it, and you're going to be seeing that here in a minute. It was no ace tanker, 5,000 damage to write home about, but I'm not going to sit here and play, this, 10 times until I do a 5,000 damage match and get an ace tanker and just to go, all right, guys, you're T-55A, and I'm going to review it, and you'll see some ace tanker gameplay. Yeah, fuck that. You see what happens when I take the tank out. I'm not going to bullshit you and make it look like it's indestructible and it's the best tank on Earth. I take it out. What happens in that match is what you're going to see. I'm not going to sit here and play it 25 times till I do a great match. Like I said, I didn't do enough damage to write home about. I did almost 2,000 damage, so not too shabby. I was top tier, but I was getting a lot of HE slung at me, which you will see the front of this ends up being like completely yellow. This is my paint mod. All right, so let's go ahead and do the review now. So you get 1,700 hit points to tier 9. The hull armor is 100, which is a little bit weak, but it's really good, nicely sloped here. It's your lower plate that really is really weak. Your turret is just phenomenal at 200 millimeters thick, and it's, just, if anybody's ever shot at a T-54, basically it's the same thing. It's a bitch. You're not going to pen it. It's hard. Um, the side of the hull is 80, and the side of the turret is 160. Turret is just wicked all the way around except for the back. The hull in the back is 45, and the turret is 65, which, given 65 is still pretty thick for the rear of a turret. Thing is just ass kicking, cool looking. I love it. And oh yeah, this is a German tank too. You can see it's got the German communist emblem. It's the emblem that stands for Germany or whatever right here. It's on the back side here too, and it looks really cool. I just love the hell out of this thing. It's just really a nice looking tank. HD. Just a sweet ass frickin' mean frickin' tank. I just wish it had a little more pen on your standard AP round, and also I wish it didn't get heat for your premium. I wish you got APCR, but like my mom always said, wanting this hand, wishing it, or shitting this one to see which one gets the fullest. Obviously, the shit's gonna. So let's go over the gun real quick on this rascal. It is a Tier 9 gun. It's also a Tier 10 tank. It's the D10T2S L56. 7.79 rounds a minute. 201 for your standard, which is AP. 330 for your premium, which is heat. And 50 for your HE rounds. 320 is your average damage for your premium, your standard and your premium rounds. 420 for your HE. Oh, snap, crackle, pop. God, my back's like an Rice Krispie treat. Average damage per minute is 2,494. Dispersion is 0.33 and the aim time is 2.1. So with the crew I have in this, it's got awesome dispersion, awesome aim time. Just awesome. It's a thing of awesomeness, man. It's an open can of whoop ass. My rate of fire is 9.24 rounds a minute, so my reload is 6.5 seconds. Turret traverse is 4907, and traverse of the hull is 5333. So you do not have to worry about getting circle strafed too bad. But you always watch out because you just never know. Unfortunately, it only has 5 degrees of gun depression, and it does have 14.25 elevation. My aim time is 1.97 seconds, and my setup is with a gun rammer, vents, and vertical stabilizers. My dispersion is 0.31, which is awesome, and my aim time is 1.97, which I just said, so now I'm repeating myself. My average damage per minute is 2,955. That's if you can bend the targets, my man. It's a 37.95 ton tank, so yeah, smash into lightly armored tank destroyers or light tank scouts. And my dog is over here trying to eat the string on my jacket where you pull it tight. Ding dong. Tank and trucker's gonna gag on string. Probably take a crap and have a string in her shit that long now. Lucky me. Top speed is 50, and forward 20 in reverse. Specific power to weight is 15.52, and it's got a 580 horsepower engine. So, not too shabby for a medium tank. I wish it were more around 21, 22. You get up to that 50 kph faster and maintain it. If you hit hills, you do kind of drag down speed wise. Concealment's really good at 18.56. My view range is awesome at 412, and my signal range is 779. The crew, female crew I got today when I won the 55A, I went ahead and threw in the 55A, and I was, when I got this, thinking it was a Russian tank. Obviously, you got the T-54, T-54 lightweight, T-55, click, Russian. No, it's a German tank. So when I made her, I was getting ready to set her up. I almost made her a Russian commander. I'm like, wait a minute, that's a German tank. What am I doing? And unfortunately, I didn't have any more German female crews. So I'll have to use what I get for the missions to get the 260 and use that towards putting them in this bad boy. Because I got my tier 10s highlighted. No, because I'll show you something. I will show you because you are my friends. My Type 5 Heavy is an all-female crew. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6. Is my 113 all females? No. A couple other I can't remember what other ones are all-female crews now. I've got a couple more tier 10s that are all-female crews. I think they're USA tanks. Well, dagnammit, I can't remember which ones are all female crews in these now. Well, anyways, I'm not gonna sit here and click on them all day. So, anyways, I'll have a match in the T-55A for you here in just a minute. So if you want to hang on, I'll have that gameplay and some post-game stats for you. I'll be right back. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, the moment I've been waiting for, the T-55A. It's my first match I'm sharing with you guys in it, and just to let you know, it wasn't a 4,000 damage match, unfortunately. It was almost a 2K, 2,000 match, damage-wise. Being, I was top tier. I was playing it a little bit safe, right off the bat because it was my first match in it, and got to kind of get used to, how something runs. Even though a lot of people are like, oh, they all shoot the same. They're all the same fucking thing. They're not. They all shoot differently. Some rounds, they go in drops sooner. Some, like derps fly. You got to really aim higher. Some have more velocity and get to the targets quicker. Some have, so all tanks are different. Their aim time, their dispersion, how they shoot, how they, just everything. Um, so, I look, I'm watching my mini map, and it's just kind of me, 112, and, the TDs, of course, are going to camp back there and not come up here and help. That's just the way it is. So, I book up here and kind of poke around the corner to see what I can get some shots at. And lo and behold, I didn't even see that damn 1390 up there, and completely, I was just unfortunately tunnel visioned at the stuff that was directly in front of me, and yeah, look at all the shots I could have taken him, and just didn't even. I was just here. I tell you guys when I'm doing these videos, don't tunnel vision. Make sure you watch your mini map. I mean, look at this guy, right there, and I'm just so tunnel visioned to all these tanks in front of me that I wasn't even paying attention. He's right up there. He gets a couple shots in on me because I just tunnel visioned on him. Unfortunately, the medium and the heavy back there and the tank destroyer didn't do shit to help try and take the guy out. They just sat back there and fucking did nothing. Which is pubs, and that's just what you expect in pubs. Never rely on your team, unfortunately. And I hate to say that, I really do. I don't want to sound like a negative Nelly, but when it comes to pub matches, don't rely on anybody but yourself, unless you're platooned up, or I mean, even with somebody in game shoots your request says, "Hey, let's platoon up." It's not somebody you know personally. Don't count on them because they will park behind you while you get shot to shit before they take any kind of damage or do anything to go out of their way to help you. And that's just unfortunately the way it is. Obviously in a platoon match with your own platoon mates, it's a lot different because you have a more of a relationship, knowing each other, friends, blah blah blah. But so enough of that. But anyways, so um, I got hit once so far, and it was by the Waffle PZ4, and it blocked it. Excuse me, no, that hit me, and I penned. And T-56C4 actually penned me, and I know somebody's slinging heat here in a minute. Or HE, because the front of this tank just ends up being like one big yellow splat. Um, but, from my own advice, I need to sometimes look at that mini map and pay better attention, because I could have killed that guy like 2 times over if I'd been paying attention. But like in front of me, I got the Super Pershing, a Waffle 4. Oh, what heavy was that over there? Trying to see this with. It must be. Oh, it's a low. I'm sorry. Bing bong. Sorry, I didn't mean to hit that button. So on the Super Pershing, obviously you want to try and hit that weak spot. This actually got really good aim, dispersion, and I hit him in that weak spot already once. But I do hit him a couple more times and miss it, but I do hit it again. And so, like I said, first match, just getting used to it. So uh, just kind of take it easy and see what you can do. Seeing right there, 1390. I'm like, I thought when I saw that, because I'm still tunnel visioning here, I thought he was up here. And nope, duh, he's sitting right there. But like I said, here these fucking idiots back here are doing absolutely nothing to help me. I mean, that 112 is sitting back there. There's nothing over here for him to shoot at. He's just sitting back there doing absolutely nothing. Same with the Super Pershing over there. He's sitting over there. There's nothing in front of him right here to shoot at. There's nothing over here for him to shoot at. And the RHM sitting back there on the hill. Again, nothing for him to shoot at back there. Just fucking worthless teams, I tell you. I mean, we do win this match, but no help from the idiots that were behind me, I'll tell you that. But this is the biggest reason why not. And right there, I finally realized that the son of a bitch was there. And then I started shooting at him, and fuck, I miss. And I missed him a couple more times. I was so pissed at myself. for just tunnel visioning, and then I take a hit by that Waffle 4, and so he's back there with a gun that would go through most any tank in the game, shooting premium. Oh no, he's shooting HE at me. What a fucking retard. He would have been penning me so easy, probably, with a standard round on that thing. It's not even funny. So basically, the moron was doing me a favor by shooting me with HE because he was doing such minimal damage. And here I go to shoot him here, and oh my god, I would have done so much more damage. And I do last through the whole match, but I would have taken a lot less damage if I would have been paying a lot more attention on this than I was. So I think it was more or less. I've got the brand new spanking tank. I've been just waiting to get, forever, and I was just like a kid in a candy store. Yeah, see there again. Fucking idiot shot me with. Let's see. So he's hit me twice with HE. So he pulling right through my damn turret that time. Trying to figure out who hit me because he hasn't hit me 3 times, I don't think. 1390 HE. Maybe he has hit me 3 times. But I mean, 231, 218. That's just, it's funny. He's just a douchebag. That thing obviously AP, it gets APCR, I believe, for its premium round. Would have went right through the front of this, no problem. And then obviously the 1390 put those shells there because of my stupidity. But yeah, so it's more or less got the new toy, taking it out and just doing wheelies and cranking stereo up and going through Main Street and showing off my new tank and fucking getting my ass wrecked because I was just not paying attention. So yeah, you really gotta try and not tunnel vision like that. I take this douchebag out here in a minute, anyways. Um, but I mean, you can see this thing has just got phenomenal freaking aim time, dispersion, and for it's a German tank, and German tanks are known for that, which obviously. Um, so I guess I'm glad it is a German tank over a Soviet tank. A Soviet tanks, this would have been, I probably would have definitely not been able to hit and penetrate a lot of the stuff that I did as easy as I did. But I take Bozo the Clown out there finally. Um, I'm up to 1,271 damage and 4 hits. I did miss a lot of shots, obviously. That was literally, like I said, my own fault. Put another one in there to the Super Pershing, and so I go for the low, and 201 standard round pen was just not enough to go through his lower plate. I'm like, gotta be shitting me. So I shoot him in the knock his track off there. I was trying to go through his road wheel, but it didn't have enough angle on it there. That time I thought I was going to pen the Super Pershing in the weak spot, but just didn't push it through. And finally, I go for the... when the low hit me there, I just got pissed off and said, fuck it, I'm going to push. I'm taking this cocksucker out. Bye-bye, biatch, and I'm pushing. I'm not a person that likes to sit back and do a lot of sniping, but I didn't want to rush up here in the first place right off the bat because I had no backup from the clowns that were behind me because I was just getting no help from them. So now it was time to push, but there wasn't really a whole lot left to even shoot at, unfortunately. I think I'd take a shot at something here in a second. Oops. Oh, oh my god, see if I can hit the right button. I think I go for the WZ-132 here in a second when he's going. Yeah, I just completely missed. Kind of clutch shot, but didn't go anywhere worth a while. So I end up, I did get a blind shot, 1 or 2 blind shots. I do oh, actually, no, it was 1814. That was the damage I did. I didn't hit any blind shots. I'm sorry. So yeah, I did 1,814 damage and got 6 penetrating shots and 2 kills. I thought I only got 1 kill, but I got 2 kills. So sweet. Oh yeah, I forgot to load the. So anyways, yeah, I'm really loving this thing. I love. It's got actually pretty good darn pickup. Very accurate. I wish the gun did have more penetration for the standard round. I wish the premium round was APCR. Could keep the same pen or even go down to 311 pen on the APCR. I just really hate heat rounds. Oh wow, I actually ran out of standard rounds, and I was starting to get into my heat rounds. I'm gonna have to lower the amount of heat rounds that I carry. Um, Obviously, if that would have been a tier 10 match, probably would have been shooting a lot more heat rounds because the penetration is 201. So you either have to go get through the sides or the rear of a lot of the tier 10 heavier stuff because it's pretty well armored. Lower plates, 201 pen is still pushing it to try going through lower plates on stuff. But I'll have to relook at how many standard rounds I was carrying there. Um, I think I shot 21 rounds, something like that. So I might leave it the same. It depends on if I got 20 rounds, I'm going to keep it even Steven split right in the middle, 20, 121 or 2021, whatever it is. So, anyways, if you want to hold on for a minute, I'll have some post game stats for you. So I'll be all right back. Hey, everybody. So that was results of this match. First match in it. Takes a little getting used to any tank. I know, a lot of people. All these tanks are all the same. No, they're all different. Certain tanks. Excuse me for a second, guys. Feels like it's ripping my ear off. Certain tanks, when you go to shoot the gun, the round goes to boom, drops in the dirt, so you got to aim higher. If it's a derp gun, you got to aim different. If it's got better velocity coming out of the barrel, if it's an AP, APCR, HE, they're all different. All the guns are different. It takes uh, a lot of getting used to each tank, the way they perform, the gun performance, gun handling, turret strength, hull strength. I don't even care if you take the T-54 and the T-55A, which are pretty, comparable tanks. Same, I think it's got the same gun. Um, and you play both those tanks one right after another. Those play different. So, um, some of my eyeball. So, don't try and tell me that, it's all the same, because it's not. They are completely different. Um, I mean, if you don't really know what you're doing, it might seem like they're all the same, but if you played the game for a while and you got some matches under your belt, yeah, there's differences in them. So, anyways, that was a third class. So, not too shabby off the first match. Everybody was slinging heat at me. If you saw the front of the tank with my paintball mod there, it was just completely yellow. Um, I think at the angle I was at, the positioning I was at, if those tanks had been shooting standard rounds, probably would have bounced. I'd have bounced them like crazy. Got a duelist and a fire for effect. Made 3,924 experience on that match, 41,593 credits. Um, and also, I don't normally go to that position, but I had a feeling with what the enemy had, what we had. A lot of our tanks were not going to go that way. I felt a little stupid though because that 1390, I didn't realize he was up on the hill till he shot me the second time. I'm like, where in the frig is that shell coming from? I look, I'm up on the right, and I see him. I'm like, that little bastard. And then I missed like 3 shots trying to shoot him while he was on the run. Just, again, getting used to the gun handling. But yeah, I feel like a retard when you're getting shot, and then you look and you see that marker, and it's like, wait a minute, that's to the right. I mean, you look up there, and he's sitting there going doink doink, and you're like, duh. But I was so kind of affixed on the Super Pershing, the Waffle 4, the low coming up there, just everything in front of me that I wasn't really paying attention to where that was hitting me from. And that thing's a tier 9, or yeah, tier 9 now, versus a tier 8. So I believe they buffed the gun up a little bit. I don't know. I think if they took any shells away from it or upped the damage per shot, but So, anyways, so long story short, not a bad match. Not anything to write home about. I mean, it was under 2,000 damage, but at least it wasn't a 300 damage and you're dead. So we hit the Waffle 4 3 times for 935 damage. Uh, Knocked out his fuel tank, his gun, and destroyed him. Also, I spotted him the low and the super Pershing. With the crew I got in this now, and I'll go over the stats here in a bit. It's got a 412 view range, so not very shabby view range there, and it's only going to get better. So far, I really like it. You know how they have the what is that called? Let me see. Proving grounds for tier one and two tanks. I wish they had a proving ground like match for all the way up to tier 10. That way, when you get a new tank like this, and you've never ran it before, there's only a handful of videos out there about it because not a lot of people have it. It would be nice if you could take your brand spanking new tier 8, 9, 10, well, tier basically three through 10, and run it in a proving ground match like that. So there's no penalty against you. You can run it, see how it performs, see how you like it. See if you need to make changes to it, change the equipment around, change the shells around. And I think I'm going to shoot Wargaming developers a message and just see if they could do something like that. It would be freaking awesome. Um, and also when I'm testing out my bandwidth to make sure I'm able to play if I get a crappy bandwidth, I don't have to always do it in tier one and twos. It'd be nice to take a Moss out there and just pound on bots or whatever. So, anyways, we bounced a shell from the 1390 for 240. Now, if he was fully upgraded, which I think he was, 240 average damage was what the gun did before, so it doesn't sound like they upped the damage amount any. The low there, I bounced a couple shots on him, which I was really kind of surprised. But I was shooting. I shot one premium round, and the rest I shot were standard. I like to shoot standard rounds as much as possible, especially in my higher tier tanks, because one, you make more, credits with shooting standard rounds. Two, you're not called a gold slinger, gold noob, which I really don't care. If I'm not penning, I'm slinging gold or premium. So we hit him for 209 and destroyed his track and knocked him out. But I said the hell with it. When he put a shell through me, I said the hell with it and came out flanked on his side and just put a shell right through his side. I was done playing peekaboo with him. And the super Pershing and the turret on that thing is phenomenal. And from the distance he was, to try and pick off that little that it's actually a hydraulic lift on that tank. It's not that, but it's the commander's hatch behind it. From that distance, not very easy. So the accuracy of this, I was actually pretty impressed with. 0.31, not bad. But we hit him twice for 670 and knocked out his gun. Bounced a shell from him for 240. Came in fourth highest on damage with 1814. Had 20 shots, 12 hits, 6 pen. So you can see when you do shoot these standard rounds, you're gonna bounce more. What is it? 200 penetration for the standard round. Yeah, 201. And that was hitting a tier 8, but that super Pershing is a bitch to pen from a distance unless you hit it in the right spot. The low, I was really kind of surprised that close of a range that I couldn't put an AP shell through his front like where I was shooting him there. I think I said APCR. I meant he's got heat for his premium round, which I can't stand. So 1814 damage, like I said, not anything to really write home about, but still not too shabby, almost 2,000. So got hit 9 times, 6 pen, 3 bounced, and we got hits as of from splash damage was 3. So somebody was flinging HE shots because there was no artillery in that match, I don't think. Yeah, I wonder if the super Pershing was flinging HE. I know somebody was because my front was completely yellow. I thought he was shooting me with. Oh no, he gets that gets APCR for his premium round. I bet he was shooting HE. I'll have to pay more attention when I watch the review. So damage block my armor was 480. Enemy spotted were 3. Damage 3, destroyed 2. Received 36,168 credits. Battle payment was 5,425, and I don't know what that was for. Battle payment. I don't know if that's like that where you go above and beyond trying your hardest or whatever, or if that was something from my clan. They might have popped one of those things that the whole clan gets. Not real sure. Total amount made was 41,593. So that is the thing with like the T-55A. T-28 HTC. Um, what's the one that you get before this? I completely forgot now. I'm trying to freaking blank. Uh, anyways, you don't. It does. It's a premium tank. The shells, I don't believe, are any less expensive than a standard. Yeah, 4,800 for a premium, 1,230 for a standard. So there's no the shells cost the same, and you don't get that extra premium bonus like you do on like let's say a Type 59 or whatnot. Yeah, as you can look down here, receive was 1308 for it must have been experience. Award for first victory times three. Bonus for premium vehicle tier. Oh, I guess you do 65, but that's only experience. It didn't give me a bonus for credits. So, interesting. Um, not what I was saying about the credits, but something else. So I mean, we only lost 9,335 credits, but I think it's because I shot so damn many shells, 20 shots, and only hit 12 or hit 12 targets and pen six. So I flung a lot of lead down range and didn't hit anything. So I don't want to say get penalized for it, but obviously if you're not hitting, you're not doing damage, you're not going to make more money. So you really want to try and make sure you hit your targets in anything. But yeah, so anyways, yeah, I'm really liking it. It'll be fun to take it out several more times today, which I'm gonna. I'm still trying to finish up my tier 1 to tier 10 climb through the tech tree there. Got up to the tier 7 there in the Leo, and then got this, and I set this up, and just that was my first match in this, and I ended up getting some lunch real quick, and then I was talking to my son, and he went and they put $100 in his account, or $80 in his World of Tanks counter. Bought him $80 package of gold or whatever it was. Comes with like 30 days premium and whatnot. But so he went and he had a bunch of experience, and he had gotten all the way up to the Sheridan. So he went ahead and bought his Sheridan, and he goes by Bringer of Death too. And he put it on Watt Replay, and I went and watched his replay. I was pretty impressed. He did over 5,000 damage. Little shit's getting good. His win rate's almost 1,000 now, so he's taking after Dad at World of Tanks. He's getting better every day. But some asshole in the Lorraine 40T at the end of the match actually shot him in the ass and knocked him out because he was pissed because my son finished the artillery out, and the Lorraine didn't get to kill him. After the Lorraine actually shot the artillery and damaged him, didn't take him out, and then my son took the artillery out, and the latrine was pissed about it, so he shoots my son and kills him. Like some fucking flaming asshole. I hate dickheads that do that shit. You didn't get to kill him. Your pussy hurt, so you're going to kill me. Fucking douchebags. Told my son, I said, I hope you reported that fucking douchebag rag. But I hate fuck sticks like that. But anyways, yeah, I'm really liking the T-55. A lot of fun so far in one match, obviously only. But the turret is wicked strong on this, and the hull is only 100, but it's got really good slope. It's the lower plate that you got to really worry about. If you can hide that lower plate, but it only does get 5 degrees of gun depression. So working ridge lines and stuff, not really going to happen. You got to come up way too far and expose your hull, and that's where you end up getting penetrated too easy. Yeah, to pen that turret, you're going to have to hit it with something pretty heavy, and it's real hard to penetrate that commander's hatch right there. I mean, it is I don't want to say tiny target, but it's not easy to hit. Even if you hit it, a lot of times you'll just bounce off it. It's a really strong turret. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video and the replay of the T-55A Premium. Yeah, it's quite a biatch to get. Now that I just remembered that I got it, I got to actually start set it up so that I'm starting to try to get the 260, 160, 260. What is the next one that goes on next year? I forget the name of that darn tank. It's 260, right? Oh, the concept was the one before this. Duh. Yeah, Object 260. So, got to start start all these missions up and get it ready to start trying to work towards this. And I can tell this one's going to be a real bitch to get. I've only ran into, oh god, 3 of these Object 260 since they've come out with this. I killed one of them myself and helped kill another one. But they're a wicked hell of a tank. So can't wait to get my little grubbies on that one. Anyways, like I said, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please click the like button down below and subscribe to the channel. You guys take it easy, be safe, and I will see you on the battlefield. Hey everybody, we got replay here on Sacred Valley in the T-55A. I was kind of concerned on where to go on the map at first because we had absolutely no heavies, and they had two or three. So I knew that the northwest side was basically going to be left uncovered. So instead of going to the right with the other mediums like I normally would, which I would have definitely prefer to have done that, I figured I was going to go up to the northwest. As you can see, we've got a couple tank destroyers, the T-30s at least came up this way. 1390 came up this way, which helped out in the scouting aspect of it, and myself. So it wasn't a fair split on the team. We should have had a couple more come this way. And of course on the enemy team, they've got three of their tank destroyers are turreted. So the problem we're going to run into is I could almost guarantee they were going to come up here, which this is actually where they did go. So I saw this 13105 and I haven't got to kill one yet, so I wanted to kill him pretty bad. So we went ahead and just moved in. I should have rammed right into him. So that's a mistake I did make. He did bounce one off us there. And I should have just rammed him. I was afraid I was going to come out, and to the right, there's a whole shit ton of them over there. I bump into him, take him out, and thank goodness the 183 had already shot, unfortunately. But I got to slide a shell into the T-110E4, get behind this hill. I wanted to put another shot into the 183, but the T-110E4 presented his side, so I'm going to take that. And he was using this dead 105 to push up, but the cheeks of the E4 are pretty easy to pen. But after that, I thought, you know, I need to get the hell out of there. He did put one on my side for 658, but I got 248 hit points, and at first I was going to try and flank the E100, but he's full health, and I'd be by myself, and all we have up here is myself and the T-30. So basically, even if I didn't get out of there the way I did, the 183, I know there was a Foch up there somewhere, which I should have been looking at my mini-map a little better. Actually, he doesn't show up until just now, but I was already kind of wanting to get a shot in the 183, but when the Foch lit up there, I should have started backing up and just knocked his track off and tried getting his side. So I made kind of a mess up on the end of the match there, but still got 8 shots to penetrate for 2,255 damage, and got to kill one of the 105s, which is kind of nice because I haven't seen, that's actually the first one of those I've seen. Not a lot of people went ahead and spent their hard-earned experience on getting those light tanks, just due to the fact that they nerfed the crap out of them right before they released them, which really sucks. I'm hoping that, you know, Wargaming sees their mistake at what they did to the light tanks, the tier 10s, and you know, buffs them up and you know, gets them back to their basically the glory they should still be at before they nerfed them. Make them way more worthwhile to you know, research and get them in your garage, because as of right now they're just kind of blah. The LTG tier 10 Russian light tank that I got, I've played it a handful of times. I'd like it, but I would definitely like it a lot more if you know, they hadn't nerfed it, because I'd easily bounce a lot more off the hull of the tank, you know, if they hadn't nerfed the hull armor. But anyways, if you want to hold on for a minute, I'll have some post-game stats for you, and you guys take it easy, and I'll see you in just a minute. Alrighty, so here's the results of that match. They had us outnumbered in heavies and a lot of tank destroyers that were turreted. So I felt that I needed to go up to the northwest side to try and help out that area. Normally, obviously, a medium wouldn't go up there, but I'm the type of person when I play, I see a weak area on the map and I try and cover and help cover that area so that it just don't roll right over us. Unfortunately, we didn't have a lot go up there, but ended up being a Master Badge Class 3, Sharpshooter, Master Gunner, Fire for Effect, and we got a Kamikaze for ramming and killing that 13105 at the end there. Hit the 183 once for 285 and knocked out his track. Hit the T-110E4 3 times for 955 and knocked out his ammo rack and the 13105. Hit him 3 times for 1015, knocked out his ammo rack and his track, bounced around from him and killed him. The Foch there at the end, I didn't realize he was at that lower road on the left side of me there, so I was trying to kind of knock that 183 out, knock the snot out of him. He came up and shot me in the side, so it finished me off. We had some real good players, so the damage spread was pretty high. We did have our 4005 do 0 damage, and he took 1 shot, 1 hit, and 1 penetration for 0 damage, so that means he was probably using AP, and then he did a 1324 damage to a friendly, so he's just a fucking turd. Doesn't know how to play the tank, and then he kills a friendly. Real bright player. And then we had another T-30 do no damage. And our other T-30 did all of 172 damage. So he was probably shooting HE. So yeah, thank God we had a bunch of other good players, though, to make up for 3 just pile of craps. Were they platooned up? No, they weren't. The one T-30 was platooned up with the other T-30 did the most damage on our team. But we came in 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th in damage with 2,255. We had 7 shots, 7 hits, 7 pen. I did shoot all heat rounds just due to the fact that I know 201 pen was not going to go through any of that stuff up there. The 105 it could have, but I just wanted to guarantee that whatever damage I had was going to, shots I had, I was going to go through and penetrate. So we got hit 5 times, 4 pen, 1 bounce for 360, damaged 3, destroyed 1, made 41,100 credits, but lost 31,825. It's not a bad game all in all. I've been getting kind of bad luck since I've got this playing at the teams I've been getting. Unfortunately, I've been losing most of them. But I've only got 5 matches in it with 40% win rate, so yeah, not too good. But it's only 5 matches. Once you get 200-300 under your belt, if you're only at a 40% win rate, it's hard to get that win rate up. So got to try and make sure you do the best you can and try and get some wins under your belt right off the bat. So anyways, if you want to hold on for a minute, some post-game. Oh, there's a post-game stats there already. So this is actually the second replay that I'm doing. So anyways, I guess you guys take it easy, be safe. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please click the like button down below and subscribe to the channel. You guys take it easy, and I'll see you on the battlefield.